Good evening, everyone. So welcome for today's session. Let's see. So all of you here used to come regularly or first time? You used to come regularly or first time? First time. Regularly. Okay. You're regular. You used to come? Second time. Okay. So my name is Murali. I'm from Malaysia, actually. So I'm here for some work. So today's topic is a very interesting topic that we will explore. The topic is about quietening the mind, right? So when you hear this word, quietening the mind, so the question is now, when you say quiet, what is quiet? What is quiet? No sound, right? When you say your mind is quiet, what it means?
Silence.
Less thoughts, okay? Less thoughts. What else? Less thoughts, okay? So if you have lesser thoughts, your mind is more quiet because it's very busy, right? So there are two things here we need to understand. When it comes to sound, it's different, but when it comes to our thoughts, it's very different, right? So we're going to understand today what is the word quietening is all about. Can we make the mind quiet? Is it possible to do that? If it's possible to do that, okay, then I need to understand the second one. I need to understand about the mind. What is the mind? How the mind creates thoughts. And when the mind creates thoughts, so how can I quieten it? Okay? So we'll explore this today. So the first thing is, we are thinking, right? Everybody is thinking? Okay. When you are thinking, your thoughts are being created, right? So where it comes from? What triggers it? Okay. I know your mind is creating thoughts, but what triggers it? Whatever you see, right? Whatever you see and whatever you hear, right? That is the most important trigger. Eyes, actually, mostly eyes, right? So your five sense organs, no? Your sight, your smell, your hearing, your taste, your feeling, right? But most important is my sight and my hearing. I need to understand this. So we all are used to see things and think. We see something, we think, right? Agree? That's number one. That's a second input. What is another one that triggers your thoughts? It is the vibration. It is your feeling. When you are somewhere, and then that feeling, the atmosphere actually carries some energy. Now that energy actually can trigger your feelings, Like, can you hear my voice? Can you see my voice? Can you see my voice? Why? You cannot see air, right? But my voice travels as a signal, correct? As a vibration. Same thing. Our feelings also travels through vibration. So whatever vibration that is available anywhere you all are, that vibration can trigger feelings in you. Okay, if the atmosphere is very positive, right, very uplifting, then you will feel very good, and the thoughts that you create will also be very uplifting and very positive. If you are in an atmosphere that is very toxic, very negative, very sad, so you will be triggered to think in a very sad way. Because we have experience of feelings, right? Everybody have experience of feelings. Now this can be triggered. So we need to understand these two things. I create thoughts from my thoughts are triggered by my sense organs, right? And my thoughts are created by the atmosphere that I am in. Okay? Now then we say that, okay, I am thinking, now I know where the thoughts are being triggered from, right? Okay. Now when I say loud means what? She said the speed of thoughts, right? See, if I say that I am a peaceful soul, example, so if I say I'm a peaceful soul, I'm a peaceful soul, if I think fast and I think slow, can I slow down my thoughts with the same type of thoughts? I am a peaceful soul. Can I think fast and think slow? Is it possible? What do you think?
Yes.
Is it possible? Same type of thoughts, but you can think fast and think slow. For that, I will share with you some secrets here. Okay? What color? Okay, never mind. Let's keep all the colors. Let me use the whiteboard. You can come and sit that corner. So we have, okay. So number one is that our sense organ, right? Yeah. Our sense organs, especially what? Especially your eyes. What else? Your ears, right? How you draw your ears, like that? Okay, this is one. Second one is what? Second what's here? Atmosphere. Okay, now both of these contribute to your thoughts. Okay, right? Now your thoughts are created in the mind. Okay, mind. So you need to know what is a mind, right? So we all are living being. Can a dead person think? What is it possible for a person who is not alive to think? If somebody has left his body and you go and speak to them, will they reply to you? No. Why? Why not? They got brain.
Don't mind anymore.
The soul is not there, okay? All right. So the secret is that we all are living being, right? We all are living being in this body. And we are using this body to experience and to express ourselves, right? As a living being, that energy is what it is thinking, right? So, as a living being, that energy, right? It thinks. So, So who decides? This living being also decides, right? Make decision, right? And then also, you also keep memory. So you think with your mind. Okay. So why I want to share with you all these things is that we need to understand that the mind is one of the faculty of a living being. That is where all our thoughts are being created. And these thoughts are being triggered by our sense organs and also the atmosphere, the vibration. Okay. Now,
a question.
Yes.
So what about those automatic thought patterns that we have that are not generated from our sense organs, but just something that's, that we experienced in our childhood, and we have that brain pattern in ourselves, and we keep on thinking that thought again and again?
Yeah, actually what actually happens is something must trigger that, no? We cannot simply think. Once you start that thought process, it has to be triggered by something, and then you'll keep on thinking about it. Like example, you like ice cream. And maybe when you're walking, you saw something that triggers you. Maybe one music. Maybe one day you were eating ice cream, and when you're eating that ice cream, you listen to one song, right? Now, you won't remember the ice cream, but you'll remember the song. But that song relates to your ice cream. So next time when you're going somewhere, you hear the song and it reminds you of the ice cream. Then you will think of ice cream. You keep on thinking about ice cream. So, the trigger is not the ice cream. The trigger was the song. Okay? Because what is important is that, you know how we remember things? We remember things because of the feelings that we experience. No? If we have more experience, more feeling towards something, like sound, music, or taste, or whatever, no? Then we can remember things more, right? So it can trigger our thoughts. Now, once it triggers, if it's not fulfilled, it will keep on coming again and again, no? So you can say that it's a cyclic pattern that comes. Okay. So when the thoughts are, these are very important things that I want to share with you. You see, we create many type of thoughts. Okay. They have done some research. They say that in average, a person will create up to 70,000 thoughts per day. 70,000, imagine. No? If you keep on counting, no? Right? But these thoughts can be classified into maybe 4 to 5 different type of thoughts. Okay. Now, how it is being classified is that it is the speed of the thoughts. How fast you are thinking, number one. Number two is that what is what do you call it? The energy that it uses. Okay. Example, if I create a thought of peace, okay, peaceful thoughts are actually positive thoughts. Okay. So the first type of thought is what? Positive. Right? So any thoughts that is related to peace, love, happiness, no? All these things are positive thoughts. These are the things that actually we like to experience in our life. Do you like to be peaceful? Do you like to be happy? Do you like to be loved? Right? So all these things are positive thoughts. Now, positive thoughts uses little bit of energy, but it is very energizing. And positive thoughts are very slow. Slow means the frequency is, no, it goes like that. Okay. So this is what we are targeting to think. No, but what actually happens in the reality? We are creating the opposite, right? Huh? What is the opposite of positive? Negative. Ah, okay. Negative. Negative thought means what? I put number 5 here. Okay. Because they have 4 more. Negative thoughts are very fast. How fast? It's like a noise, right? Because it's very fast. And that is why when we speak in terms of sound that the mind creates, we use the word loudness. Loudness means it's too many thoughts. So what are the example of negative thoughts? Anger. Whenever you get angry, anything related to anger, the father of anger, mother, children, relatives, uncle, auntie, all the anger, getting irritated, getting annoyed, getting disturbed, all these are progenies of anger, right? Now, anger is negative thoughts. And negative thoughts are very, very fast. And it will keep on. Because the more fast these thoughts are, 2 things happen. One is you lose a lot of energy. Because every thought that we create, we are losing energy. Can you see? So I generally will become tired. You know, when you get angry, after that, will you be active? You feel tired, no? Right? What else? Anger?
Hate.
Yes. Hate is part of anger. Yeah. It's a relatives of anger. Any thoughts that related to ego, arrogance? So let's go to the next one. What else? Ego, then? Oh, waste is a different type. We'll come to it. Okay, let's talk about negative anger. Now we need to know why, because now what I want to do is, I want to quieten my mind, right? I need to know what is the negative one. Then I can identify it. Then I can change it to become the positive one, right? So I need to know what's negative. So the first one is anything to related with anger. Second one is ego. Ego means what? You all have ego? Anybody here without ego?
So very good.
What is ego? What thoughts that can come to your mind when you have ego?
I'm better than you are.
Yes. You always feel you are the best in the world, right? Or you can feel you are the worst in the world. You agree? You can be superiority complex or inferiority complex. Comparison. Okay. Right? Competing, comparing, right? Criticizing. Okay. Ego. You always feel that no, you are always right and everybody else is wrong. What's the third one?
Jealousy.
Jealousy, yes. Jealousy, yeah. But this is more powerful than jealousy. Greed. What is greed? I'm not teaching English. What is greed?
Taking.
Taking is greed. Taking is greed. Okay, you can take, but if you're greedy, what will happen in your taking?
More and more.
See, you can take more, but if you take more than you need, then that is greedy. Huh? Yeah, you're not satisfied, you know. Like you only need two slices of bread, right? Just to fill up the small tummy. But then because of greed, you'll take 3, 4, 5, 6. Then after that you get stomachache, right? Right? Anything greed. Greed may not be on food only. Greed can be in what?
Money.
Anything. Money, food, and possessions, right? I need things, So that will actually keep on coming in your mind. It'll keep on disturbing you because you are not fulfilled. You are not contented. So when you have anger, okay, we'll finish this first. Okay, what else? Before jealousy, Before jealousy, what? Possessiveness, attachment, right? Attachment means what? You're holding on to something that you have fear that if you lose it, then you will not be happy or whatever.
Dependency.
Yes, you are dependent too much on something. Okay? Sadness is a result. No?
Expectations.
Yeah, expectations, yes. And then the fifth one is like jealousy, we can say that intense desire. Now, why I use the word intense desire? People use the word lust also, lust for power. People want something that they're willing to do anything, like they're willing to kill, they're willing to rob, they're willing to injure another person, right? Because they have that intense desire. So these are negative thoughts. And these thoughts actually doesn't allow you to be relaxed. Okay? Then of course comes jealousy and laziness, and all these things are negative. Now, you know already what is negative thoughts, right? Okay. If you don't have anger, what will you become? Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Ah, if you don't have anger, you'll become peaceful. Okay? Agree? Agree. Okay. If you don't have ego, what will you become?
humble.
Humble. Okay. Better than that. Better than humble.
Humility.
No, you will be very loving.
Oh, okay.
Okay? You'll be very loving if you don't have any arrogance. If you don't have any greed, what will happen to you? You will be contented. Okay. What's the result of contentment? Happy. You will be happy, When you don't have attachment, what will happen to you?
You'll be free.
You'll be free. What else?
Satisfied.
Generous. Okay. What else?
Satisfied.
You'll be satisfied is happy related to contentment.
You become more giving.
More giving. Yes. Yeah. More giving. Okay. What else?
No fear.
No fear. Very true. Anything else?
Detached.
Okay. No attachment. Detachment. Yes.
Detachment.
It's just a different word that we use, right? What else? Benevolent. Okay. Anything else? Think.
You'll be free. You'll be free. Free from bondage.
How about full?
Free from bondage. Yes. What else?
Full.
We will become more spiritual. Okay. Anything else?
No fear of losing.
No fear of losing. Okay. What will that make you?
Calm.
Make you calm, okay. Make you a meditator, eh? No attachment, right? You can be blissful, okay. Blissful, okay. When you don't have desires, what happens? You'll become pure.
Calm.
Okay. Actually, the bliss doesn't come here. When you don't have any attachment, you will become pure. When you don't have any desires, you will become blissful. You know what's blissful means? It's a happiness beyond your sense organs, right? Okay. Now, these are the things that will be there, and these are the things that we are actually naturally. Because we have lost these experiences, that is why we resort to these things to sort or solve our daily challenges. Okay? Like example, because I have not enough experience of peace, so I resort to anger to solve my problem. Like example, no, somebody is not listening to you. You tell them 10 times. Then what you'll do? Shout at them, right? Get angry, right? When you get angry, they will listen to you, right? Is it? Agree. Will that work always? No. Because when you tell them in peaceful way, will they listen to you? No, they won't listen to you. Why?
Because they're also used to anger.
Their thought process is? Okay. Why people don't want to listen to somebody when they are telling them in a peaceful way, telling them in a loving way, telling them in a happy way? Yeah, okay. Okay, the reason is very simple. Our peace has no power in it. Our love has no power in it. If your love has power, people will listen to you. If your peace has power, like example, if you really have the power of peace, that means you are really an embodiment of that peace, and that energy that you have because of the power of peace, okay, and your mind is creating a lot of energy with that peace. When you tell them something, it makes sense to them because it touches their heart. You know why? Because nobody wants this. You tell me, do you like people to shout at you? Now you say that, okay, nobody listens to me when I tell them peacefully. So I need to shout at them so that they will listen to me. Agree? This is what is being practiced, right? Standard practice. Now, do you like people to do that to you? Why not? If they feel the same, she's not listening to me, he's not listening to me, might as well shout at him, then he'll listen to me. Agree? Why? Because peace has no power. Love has no power. Because imagine you have motive, right? But in the name of love, you say, oh, I'm telling you with so much of love, but you have some ulterior motive beside. So your love is with ego, It has like 90% ego, 10% love. It's like a sugar-coated poison, So outside is love, 10%, inside 90% ego. Will that love work? Work. But for everybody, it looks like, oh, that person is very loving, But what is the vibration that it will carry? It will carry a vibration of this, right? Okay. So what we need to do now is that we need to shift all our thoughts from this type to this type. Now the secret is I no need to pay attention on this. What is this and what is this? This is the absence of this. Okay, that means if this is 10%, the balance is this. If this is 20%, the balance is this. If this is 90%, the balance is automatically this. So if this is 100%, what happens to this? So I need to pay attention to what? So all these things is what I am actually. The living being that I was telling you, originally it is peaceful, originally it's loving, originally it's happy, blissful, originally it's pure. So if I can remember, no, I've been practicing meditation for the past 27 years. And I personally feel is that it's not about the outside world. It's about me. Everything is about me. You know? You see, people can behave however they want. People can say whatever they want. People can do whatever they want. Right? People can react however they want. Do I have control over them? No. What do I have control of? Myself. So when I say I have control of myself, I should not pay attention to whatever I am seeing, whatever I'm hearing. If it's based on this, right? If somebody is shouting or behaving not in a good way, I should not see it. I should not take it. I should pay attention to who I am now, who I am originally. See, if I am a peaceful being, a peaceful soul, or peaceful person, then I pay attention to that. I am a peaceful person. So the more I pay attention to myself with these qualities, automatically I am not affected by it. Remember I was sharing with you this? Right? Now, both of these are taking. Is it correct? When I see, I'm taking, right? When I listen, I'm taking. It's an input, right? Atmosphere. I'm absorbing the feelings. I'm taking. See, as long as I'm taking, I will always become a victim. Of this. Tell me why. Okay. Correct. Now tell me, how many percentage of the outside world or the people in general are positive? How many?
How many behave?
If they are, they will behave, right? Okay. How many places in this world where you have positive atmosphere? Now, do you know this atmosphere is created by who? Us. You see, our feelings is an energy, right? That energy goes around and creates this atmosphere. You know, if I sit on this chair and I'm meditating, I'll become peaceful. Now, this chair actually holds that energy of peace. If anybody else sits on it, they will actually are absorbing the energy of peace. Same thing to the atmosphere. Okay? So as long as I'm taking, I am absorbing. So generally people are less positive, right? Less positive because everybody has some sort of problem, some sort of issue, right? And because of that, generally the atmosphere are not very positive. So if I am used to taking, what is happening to me? I am always being triggered, right? I am always being triggered in a very negative way. So when I'm triggered in a negative way, what type of thoughts that automatically comes in my mind? Negative thoughts. So when it comes, it's very fast and very loud. Okay? So I need to do two things. So let's come to the third part of it. Now we know the issue, right? So now the question is, how am I going to change from taking to giving? Can you always give? You can only give if you have. Imagine you are not peaceful, but you say that, okay, I want to give peace. Like you have no money, you say, I want to donate. No, it's impossible, right? Correct or not? So from negative to positive, the simplest way is to change our consciousness. Okay, the first step is to change our consciousness, right? So in the negative world, the consciousness that they have is related to your body or matter. Matter conscious or body conscious, right? Things, people, right? Now, the positive consciousness is the self or the soul. So when I am soul conscious, that's the first consciousness I have to think. Now, it's not that I just think that I'm a soul and that's all. No. What are the qualities of the soul? You know the positive things that we spoke about? What was that? Okay. What are the things?
Peace, loving, contentment.
Peace, love, happiness, purity. You know, when you talk about purity, you know what the real wholesome meaning of purity? The wholesome meaning of purity means fullness. That means you're complete with everything. It carries heavy weight, actually, purity. And we are that. Okay? Peace, love, happiness, purity. Okay? Now, we need to start to think that I am this. Bring our consciousness. The moment you get in touch with your innate self, with these thoughts, automatically you are that actually. When you are in touch with that, automatically you are generating. Now, to think yourself as a peaceful soul, as a loving soul, as a happy soul, as a pure soul, is positive thoughts. And then you no need to worry about, and your thoughts will automatically slow down. So your mind will create lesser and lesser thoughts. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. She has a very good question, no? It's like when you are disturbed, if you start doing that, sometimes it's very not easy, right? Correct or not? It's not easy, right? Imagine that, okay, now if somebody asks me, okay, can you run 100 meters and break the Olympic record? Is it possible? Why not? Yes, lack of practice. You cannot practice at the time of competition. When you are stressed up and you want to be peaceful and you practice at that time, it won't work as efficiently, right? Agree? So when you are in a very nice atmosphere, you sit every day, you practice. That is why we have a meditation center. Okay. Now, meditation center has two functions. One is for you to practice. Number two, it has an atmosphere, built-in atmosphere. You see? Sometimes you say, I can meditate anywhere, right? Okay, I can go to the graveyard and sit there. I'm a peaceful soul. You can become a peaceful soul because the vibration there. You can go to the mortuary and sit down there. I'm a peaceful soul. Because that's the place where people have created a vibration of sadness. Correct? Fear and sadness. Mostly sadness. Like hospitals, it's full of sadness, no? People are not happy going to hospital. Are you happy going to hospital? Unless you're working there, no? Even those who are working are not happy, right? Okay, now then, see, we need to understand this. I need to practice in a place where it is conducive. Okay, so your answer is correct. You need to practice. Now, if you have the practice, imagine I've trained myself. I can go and run the race now. See, but I need to practice. That is why we have the atmosphere built here for you to come and practice. It's very important. All these things. This atmosphere is extremely important because we are influenced. Wherever you are, you will create the thoughts. So imagine that you just come here and sit. Because the atmosphere is charged with peace, love, power, purity, happiness, automatically you will be triggered to become peaceful, become happy, naturally. Okay? It will help you. Like you create just a I'm a peaceful, so it will be very easy for you to think positive. That is why we come to meditation center to meditate. Yes, can. You see, it's a little bit, there's a trick there, right? You see, it's very important now for us to understand that our energy level, right? Our energy level. We have a reference energy, like the minimum energy, right? If our energy level is below minimum energy, we will be taking. If our energy level is above the minimum energy, we will be giving. If I am weak, okay, and I'm still practicing, but my energy level is still low, I'm still taking. So we are not in the position to create the atmosphere because I need to charge myself first. Like a power bank, no? Power bank. The power bank will need to be charged first before the power bank can charge the phone, right? Mobile phone. Same. You need to charge yourself to a certain level. But if your energy level has reached the minimum energy level, after that, whatever energy that you are actually experiencing, you are transmitting. That is why even a person, no, sometimes you meet somebody, no, you always feel it's very positive, right? Because their energy level has already surpassed the minimum energy level. So you can feel, oh, they are very positive. If I'm with them, I feel very peaceful, very loving, you know, you feel like that, the genuine energy. But if it's lower, then actually I need to charge myself first before I give. Now, this minimum is what it means to give. Remember, we are talking about giving and taking. As long as we are here, we are taking. So that is why we come to the meditation center for two things. One is the atmosphere, because we are taking from the atmosphere to charge ourselves up. Number two, to learn the tools, the techniques. Because when you come and learn meditation, you don't only come and learn, sit and learn meditation. You learn the spiritual knowledge. The spiritual knowledge, purpose of spiritual knowledge is to give you an idea, a realization, what to do at what time. Like if you're facing this situation, this experience, that experience, how actually your mind can be trained to understand this condition and how to behave and train yourself to think, give yourself some understanding. Like you say, you must accept everyone as they are. But they say easier said than done, right? Correct? Have no expectation on anyone. Say easier said than done. Understand every situation as it is. Easier said than done, right? But actually, how to do that? You need two things. You need to know what is it all about. Number two, you need that minimum energy. Until you reach the minimum energy, you cannot put it into practice. That is why we practice meditation. Meditation is a tool to charge yourself. Okay?
So what does it really mean to be in that minimum energy level? Like if you were to compare all the positives and the negatives, so does that mean you're like at 50-50 with each one? Like what does that mean?
What it means to be in this minimum positive energy level? Whether you are 50-50, no. This minimum is, you can say 50-50. Imagine that your peace is 51, your anger is 49. So how's that? So what will happen to you? You'll be more peaceful or more angry? You're on the borderline, right? But at least you'll be more peaceful. 51 is there, no? 51 is there. When situation comes, you will try to get angry, but then your peace is a bit more, then you can cool and calm yourself down. No? Okay? Right? So it is there, but this minimum is, you can say 50-50. But we cannot see, right? We cannot see. Different people have different level of trigger. I don't want to use the word 50-50 because, sometimes even if I have 80% peace and 20% anger, certain situation can trigger my anger, right? That 20% can be triggering. That 1% can trigger, right? Like a big ship, you just put one small hole, the whole ship will sink. Correct? But this minimum means that I stop taking. I start giving. I start transmitting energy, positive energy. Okay? This means that your positive is, you have more positive energy to be released. It's one simple example that I always like is a cup of a glass. Now, if I pour water inside a glass, what will happen to the glass? What will happen? Keep on pouring. Overflow. So the secret is, when I keep filling myself, when I am full, I automatically give. This is a secret. I see, you no need to give, have the thought that you want to give. Or you say, I want to give peace to everybody. No need. You just fill yourself with so much of peace that when you are full, you will automatically give. Become a cup glass. Okay? Now, why we are learning all these things is because when you create these type of thoughts, your thoughts will automatically be very slow And you can see that your mind is very calm and it's not loud, it's quiet. Quiet mind means you have thoughts, because according to the spiritual knowledge, you cannot stop thinking. The mind's function is to create thoughts. So if I sit down and say, I don't want to think, that itself is a thought, right? Correct or not? To think that I don't want to think, or to think blank, that is also a thought, right? Why I want to create blank? Might as well I create peace, love, happiness, right? It energizes me, which is useful for my daily life. Okay? So quietening my thoughts is actually, so for this, we need to change our consciousness and to create thoughts of positiveness and take support from the atmosphere. Right? That is why a person who learns how to practice meditation, he will do two things. He will study. So meditation is a study. It's a tool that you study. You study how to do it, you understand, and then you practice. So when you are practicing, you sometimes it's not easy to know how much energy you have, whether you reach a minimum or not. How to know? You will see the changes in yourself. Like maybe those days, I used to be a very sensitive person. Then after practicing meditation, then certain situation happened, but my reaction was different. Then I began to think, wow, I did not react the way I used to do. No? So now I've changed. So that changes there happening inside you. The energy is building up. Automatically you will change. You don't need to pay attention. You just pay attention to the consciousness that we have. From body consciousness, I need to become soul consciousness and experience myself as with all the qualities. Pay attention to the self, not to others, how others behave, how others say things. Pay attention. I am a peaceful being. I'm a happy being. Just remind yourself. Keep reminding yourself. And you can see the energies will build up inside you. Okay? So instead of taking, we will be giving once we are full automatically. Actually, even though you're not giving out, you're giving inside, right? Your glass is becoming full. You're giving, you're topping it up because you're creating positive thoughts in yourself. Okay? Any thoughts can come to you, but pay attention to the positive thoughts. Okay? So this noise will become silent. Silent means very soft, slow way of thinking. Positive thoughts are always slow. Okay? What thoughts do you create when you're excited? Yeah, but after you'll calm down, right? You're happy, no? Yeah. But that's an energizing thought, right? It don't drain you. It doesn't drain you. Okay. Any questions you all have?
So sometimes, when we're in a discussion with people who are negative, right? What happens is that, they keep on saying lots of things. Let's say that we are a positive person, right? And we don't answer back, we don't reply them. And then what happens at the end of the discussion, because their vibration of negativity is so high, they keep on saying things, Well, we are not saying that. At the end of the discussion, sometimes you feel like, gee, I should have defended myself here. I should have said something more. I should have, and you don't do that because you're in a positive space. So you come out looking sometimes like a fool because you didn't say the things to counteract what they say. How does one handle that sort of a situation then?
Okay, very good question, right? Very important question. We all face these sort of things, right? You see, it's a perception that we have that I need to say something. I need to show that I have something to contribute in their negativity, right? They are already negative, no? They're already burning in the fire. So you want to put fuel, right? No, you feel it is normal to think like that. It is natural to think like that. Okay, it is natural to think like that because that is what we have been trained since young, and we have been seeing everybody is doing that. But you must understand this. See, they are negative, right? And they are transmitting negative energy. Now, if you are just listening, you are absorbing. You are absorbing. Now, when you are absorbing, what's happening to you? Trigger. You are triggering yourself to think. So the thoughts that came, I should have said something, should have justified, I should have said that they are wrong, and A to Z, all these are triggers. Okay? But if I maintain the consciousness of I'm a peaceful being, happy being, and charge myself up at that moment of time, because I know I cannot change that person. No matter what I do, I cannot change another person. Now that will not allow me to take that vibration or the atmosphere from that person, and it will allow me to be very positive with myself. Now, the most important thing is to protect myself first. Yeah.
So in line with this questioning, let's say you have to be argumentative for your self-preservation in your society. I wonder if that, like when you're saying, she's saying, oh, somebody said something to you, you didn't stand up for yourself, and you think later, why didn't you say something? And then you lose your job, or you lose something because you didn't stand up for them. Then you, if you're a peaceful soul, maybe you can say, okay, I'm prepared and meditated enough to not feel so sad about it, but now I can, you know.
You see, to justify, to stand for what is right is different from when somebody is being very negative to you because they are just sharing their negativity to you. That is different. Now, your case is different. You are standing, you are actually protecting someone else, right? You are justifying, but not in an anger way. When you say it, you have to say it not in an anger way. It should not be that you have 90% anger and 10% love and you are telling it. No, it won't work. No, at the end of the day, you will be losing energy, right? Whatever you need to say, you have to say it. No? At the right place, at the right time, to the right person. When all this right is not right, then problem will come. You say at the wrong person, at the wrong time, at the wrong place, then we'll have problem. But you have to tell it the proper way. You need to protect, That's very important. But if you know, like somebody, generally when people are very negative towards other person, they are sharing negative things, they are giving negative comments, that will not jeopardize your job or whatever, no? Then for you, there is no need for you to justify. No? And that time is very important for us to protect our feelings, our thoughts, and just
How do we do that? How do we protect our feelings and thoughts?
protect is become conscious that you are a soul. And what type of soul? Peaceful soul, a happy soul, and all these things. It's not you do it during that battle. During battlefield, during war, you don't practice to shoot the enemy. You practice to shoot before battlefield, right? Before you go to war. Same thing. Practice now. Sit down, meditate. Practice all these things. So when you are on a battlefield, your aim will be correct. Okay? If I am not practicing being peaceful, being happy, being loving, then when I am faced with that particular situation, then I cannot do anything. I'll become a victim of sorrow and hurt and regret. No? So which I don't want to go through that. So I need to practice now. Okay? All right. It's 7:30 already. So let's sit down and spend a few minutes of silence. So let's practice being conscious that I am a soul. Now, if you want to slow down the speed of your thoughts, the easiest way is to take a deep breath. The speed of my breath is connected to the speed of my thoughts. So I breathe in slowly and deeply. And I breathe out. I breathe in slowly and deeply. And I breathe out. I visualize myself as a point of light in the center of my forehead. I breathe in slowly and deeply, and I breathe out. I am a living being. I am a soul in the center of my forehead. I am a star, a radiating point of light, a sparkling energy of peace. I am a peaceful soul. Peace is my original quality. Naturally, I am peace. As I remind myself that I am a peaceful soul, I am generating the energy of peace, recharging myself. I feel myself a star in the center of the forehead, radiating peace to my brain and to my body. I am a peaceful being. I am peace. I hold on to this feeling of peace. I keep visualizing myself as a point of light in the center of my forehead. I am peace. I am a peaceful soul. As I pay attention to this peace, this experience of peace will increase my energy of peace. The more I remind myself and the more I experience myself as a peaceful being, I am charging myself with peace. I am peace. I am a peaceful soul. I hold on to this feeling and I keep reminding myself again and again that I am peace. Every time I remind myself, I feel myself as a point of peace. I am full of peace. I am peace. Om Shanti.